Hello, some shit has happened that has warranted me doing a new video. I want to share with you a bit of news and give you my opinion on things and some things you can do to stay safe and potentially take advantage of the situation. So, FTX, second biggest exchange in crypto, has gone bankrupt. They were doing some questionable practices, some unsustainable practices. They lost a lot of money and they have a lot of loans to repay. They can't repay the loans, so they're bankrupt. A lot of people have loaned them money who are not getting it back, who now like have an issue, right? So there's a big domino effect, potential domino effect, that could knock a lot of big companies down. And a lot of these companies potentially own Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And what can happen when there's forced selling, especially very, very big players that have hundreds of millions and billions of dollars worth of assets in cryptocurrency, when they're forced to sell, they push the price down. And then other companies that were unaffected by or didn't loan FTX money or out of that circle, the price gets pushed down to other levels where other companies that have loans and crypto as collateral and stuff like that, who are being slightly more sensible, but were still leveraged, it gets to their level and they have to liquidate. And then it waterfalls down, right? And there's all of this forced selling. Some of that's already happened and in the last week, and that's why that price action happened. But there could be more to come. And it's all these companies, exchanges that were greedy and had too much leverage. So that if the second biggest exchange can collapse, then in my opinion, any other centralized exchange can collapse, apart from pretty much Coinbase, that I think only operates in the US because they don't do much exciting, have high fees, but they keep everyone's assets one-to-one. They don't do leverage or anything, so they weren't that exciting for most people. So most people are elsewhere, and they're only in the US, so everyone internationally is elsewhere. So if you are a holder of crypto or Bitcoin and you buy occasionally, you have a stack you bought in the past that you're just holding, or you're dollar cost averaging, anything, get that off exchanges. Get that out of anywhere that's a company, and put it in your own wallet. Because when they go bankrupt, they're likely going to take your assets with you. It's just like a bank, right? But a lot of these exchanges operate internationally and don't have different insurances to banks. But just like banks don't have your money in the bank, right? It's fractional reserve banking. They have a tiny percentage of everyone's money in there. And if everyone all at once goes to withdraw all their money, they just say, no, you can't do that because we don't have it. That's what's happening to these exchanges. Everyone, even if the exchange is kind of fine, everyone gets panicked, withdraws all their shit. And if the exchange doesn't have all the money, they have to start selling their assets to service the withdrawals. Long story short, it's risky to have your crypto anywhere but in your own wallet right now and for the next few months, for the foreseeable future, because they can go bankrupt and you can lose it all, right? Because it's a company that you're trusting your crypto with, and it's not actually yours, just like your money in your bank. Exodus is an example of a free wallet. There are many other examples. Do a bit of research. Exodus is fine. So you can make an account, make sure you have a good password you've never used before, write it down. You can send your crypto here. You can buy crypto through this app, through its app. It's a fine option. The best option is a ledger. I have a ledger. It's like 5 years old, over 5 years old. It works great. The difference between this and a like Exodus is that your password, your seed phrase, your private key is generated on this. So you never type it into your computer. It's never entered into your computer. It's generated on this. You plug this into your computer or you Bluetooth to your phone with this, and it authenticates the app. Yeah, so if someone steals this or you lose this or it breaks, you've got a seed phrase that you write down separately and you keep safe. Your seed phrase is important, right? Really need to keep that safe because that is the backup to your wallet. You can use this for multiple wallets. I can throw this in the bin, order a new one, or use a friend's. Use my seed phrase to load up the new one, and I can plug this in, access my wallet. This is the key. This was about $120 a while ago. Quite expensive. It's the best option. If you don't have $120 and you want to do it ASAP, Exodus or any other wallet like that is a good option. So if you're buying a ledger, make sure you buy it from the Ledger website only. Never buy it from anywhere else, okay? Buy it straight from their website. They're pretty quick with the delivery. If you have any questions about how to use them, really, just send me a message, or I can do a video on how to set it up and use it. It's quite straightforward. Just remember your seed phrase, writing it down and keeping it safe is the most important thing. Seed phrase is about 12 different words. It'll be like penis, bum, nipple, potato, etc. So you write down 12 different words like those that it gives you the words on here. And those 12 words in sequence are the key to your wallet. You don't have to write them every time. That's just the backup. So you put that somewhere safe, write it down multiple times. Don't store it on your computer. They actually have like cool stuff like these capsules and these like billfolders where you put your seed phrases in. That's like stainless steel, fireproof, fucking well, there's crypto tag, etc. So these are ways to keep that seed phrase safe, even if there's a fire or whatever. But it comes with bits of paper and stuff like cardboard, so you can write it down again, and maybe give it to a trusted family member to file away or something. So there is a contingency. Okay, you can buy crypto through the Ledger Live app. So the Ledger is the key to your wallet, this app. So you can buy Bitcoin on there, you can buy other cryptos on there, you can store NFTs on there. You can, do whatever. Best option, Ledger, $120, you'll be set forever. Okay, so when your crypto is secure in a wallet like Ledger, being best option, or Exodus, you can take advantage of situations where big, greedy companies and people are forced to sell because they've gotten too big loans and they're using crypto or shitty altcoins as collateral, or whatever situation they're in. They're being forced to sell. Each of these yellow lines is the Bitcoin halving. The halving is when the amount of Bitcoin that miners get paid for mining halves, right? So here there was 0 Bitcoin. Here the first miner ticked online and it was getting paid, a few thousand Bitcoin per block. And so it was, every miner was. through this whole period, and then the amount of Bitcoin miners were getting paid halved in December 2012. It was half as much for this period, but the price was appreciating. So the amount of Bitcoin they get halves, but the price goes up. Now we're up to about 19 million Bitcoin have been mined already of 21 million. So we're like 90 something percent of all the Bitcoin that's ever going to exist already exists. And the demand for Bitcoin, people wanting Bitcoins, is increasing. In March 2024, the amount miners get paid halves again. So there's half as much new Bitcoin to go around for people that want it. And they have to buy it off the people that are already holding it. Okay. So, from the low of each cycle to the halving, just over 500 days, 216% price increase. From the low of the cycle to the halving, about 532 days, about 200%. So, done this here. I think we're a little bit more oversold than usual, but we'll do about 200. Oh, that's the wrong one. 200% puts us at about 36K. All right, let's say the end of the cycle is this year, a bit later this year, and we go down to about 13,000, this level here. Let's just say we go around to here, and then we do the exact same thing we've done the last two times. We have a 200% increase to the halving. That puts us, 36,000 March 2024. So be prepared for Bitcoin to get down around 13,000. Also be prepared if it goes below. If we have a big cascade of liquidations, centralized exchanges collapsing, that's huge. It's a lot of forced selling, man. That's everyone that's on the exchange that has to sell, or the exchange to sell on their behalf, to service withdrawals, and then there's people trying to front run this so they're selling their Bitcoin because they think other people have to. And main point, Bitcoin is strong. Bitcoin's strong as it's ever been. There's more miners online than ever. The Lightning Network, which is peer-to-peer instant microtransactions, free microtransactions, it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's looking like it's going to replace Visa and MasterCard. But for over-the-counter payments, right? Because it's free. It doesn't charge 2%. And it's instant and it's peer-to-peer. So Bitcoin, looking great. Bitcoin's strong, hardest money humans ever seen. Looking fantastic. This bullshit and this current bullshit is because of greed, is because of Wall Street, is because of over-leverage, right? So these forced sellers, these people that are forced to sell, can sell to you if you own your own Bitcoin, if it's sitting in your own wallet that you own, whether that be Ledger or Exodus or something similar, because you can buy through those apps. So Bitcoin gets down around here or below. You can dynamic dollar cost average every week, every fortnight, or when it gets to 13K, you can deploy amounts, average in over time, and you're sweet. So I don't really know what's going to happen in this period here. I don't know if we're going to get to 12. I don't know whether we're going to go under. But just paint it with broad strokes, right? Broad strokes. Like we look at these moving averages, take off the price. That's the averages of price, right? It gets smoothed out. There are some bumps in the lines, but it gets smoothed out. And everything in between, if you're playing the game right, is just noise. All this is just noise, right? Like you can zoom in, it goes up, it goes down. This is a weekly time frame. You can go on the hourly, and like there's all this noise in between, but you can avoid all of that. You can avoid all of it if you just take that approach. Right, and so next halving, March 2024. Going by history, possibly around 36K. Now, history never repeats exactly right like that, but you know, we're just going to use it as a guide because the halvings are very impactful and the Bitcoin price does react to them, right? So, but who knows what's going to be going on macro? Could be World War III, who knows? But best guess is we get down to about 12, 13, and we're up around 35 to 40 by March 2024. And then if we measure from the halving, so I'll show you where I got this from. So from the halving to the cycle peak, last time we did about 600% in about 560 days. So the cycles generally lengthen in days. So, I've just done about 430, slightly less of a percentage, and slightly more days. So that gets us up around 200K in 2025 sometime. In 2025 sometime. So this gets rid of all the noise. Being in a wallet you own gets rid of all of any of the anxiety, any of the worries. You don't have to worry about anything. You own it. Got your seed phrase. Seed phrase is backed up. You've got a copy. Your nonna's got a copy, right? Hidden away well. This is the potential. Who cares what happens in here, right? Who cares? Dynamic DCA, and we'll be here one day. Cool rhyme. That's about it. Stay safe. If you want me to do a video on how to set up and use the ledger, then I will. It's likely no one will see or comment on this video, so probs won't. But thought I'd do it if it meant saving or helping just one person. See ya. Bye.